Alright, welcome back everybody to Empyrion Galactic Survival. I'm KnowItAllDM. How y'all doing today? I'm doing absolutely wonderful today, even better than I've been in a long while because I finally finished updating one of my favorite ships for Alpha 6. I'm here in a creative mode playthrough where I have been trying to update several of my blueprints for Alpha 6. And today, just now, I have finished the Yellowjacket Mark II. The Yellowjacket Mark II is, like its predecessor, a armed transport meant to help you ferry your ill-gotten goods through the verse without having to worry about raiders and the like coming to take your stuff. It's lightly armed, so it's a lightly armed transport. But I just finished updating it from what it used to be, which I will post a link to that down below, and possibly put a little tag thing right here. But in any case, I am going to give you guys a tour of the Yellowjacket Mark II. It's been updated with atmospheric systems, and it's been redesigned so that you don't have any additional radiation or anything leaking onto the interior. So let's come on into here and take our first look at the Yellowjacket Mark II. You'll notice that its cargo bay has been slightly redesigned, specifically the layouts of the ramps around the area. It's about the same size. It's a little bit shorter, but it's the same width and the same height. So it can hold a large amount of cargo of any kind, be they small vessels, hover vessels, or just throw down some extra cargo containers to hold more cargo while you transport it from one place to another. It does still have a access panel at the bottom. However, the access panel is a bit smaller because it was a little too large before, and it would open up when you just walk over this. With this small thing, when you just walk over here, you don't hear it opening and closing all the time. Now, you will notice in the lower left-hand corner that there is oxygen. The entire ship is oxygenated off of a single ventilator, and you can see that ventilator right up there. I managed to get the airflow to go throughout the entire habitable portion of the vessel without having to put more than one ventilator. So, as you can see, this cargo bay is very similar, and those of you who have seen my previous version might recognize a few locations that are nearly identical on this vessel. The cargo bay being one, the cockpit, engineering, all those sorts of things are very similar and familiar to those of you who have seen my original Yellowjacket design, and for those of you who have watched and been a fan of Joss Whedon's Firefly series and the Serenity movie. For those of you who don't know, the Yellowjacket is a tribute to them, basing the vessel's design off of the Firefly class. I went a little further and designed some extra interior, took some extra interior designs of that vessel, the Firefly class Serenity, and incorporated them into this design to give you a more Firefly-esque feel while you're going around the ship. Now, each of these rooms, like each of the areas you will see, is equipped with a motion sensor, so lights aren't on all the time, but as you walk through from one place to another, the lights will come on and turn off as you walk throughout the ship, so you don't have to worry about wasting excess electricity and excess frames per second. So right through this door, as you saw me come through, this is a side hatch to the, let's see, this would be the port corridor 2 or port hallway 2, which will give you direct access to the bridge right up through here, as will this that you just saw me come past. You can come up this little ramp here and come straight up to the bridge area. Now, the bridge area is along the neck of the ship, and the corridor here has a slightly lower ceiling, redesigned with the Firefly class in mind, and it's got a few less bunks. As you will see, these 4 bunks here are a little bit smaller. Why are you... No. Bad. Very bad. There. Why are you not there? Wow. That's... Okay. I may have to resave the blueprint. Anyway, so these, as you can see, the ventilation systems here on either side. I use this type of thing to denote ventilation area. Those are like ramps that I have put as sort of ventilation areas. But the crew quarters have lights that you can activate and deactivate with a switch here, so that if you're trying to go to sleep in the middle of the night, you know, you don't have the light shining just because you're in the room. Both the rear crew quarters are extremely similar. I don't know why you can see the bathroom through there, and you can use their toilet, but that's weird. But each crew quarters has a closet, a bed, and a little console to access the cortex from, and they all have ventilation. So no matter how cramped the areas in this ship get, there is air throughout the entire thing. Now, right over here is the bridge, which will look very familiar to those of you who have seen my Yellowjacket class. It is identical up to this point right here. Instead of having a single stairwell down here going underneath to access the cargo bay or whatever it was, you can come this way, and this will access the little crew lounge that they can hang out with, eat some food, you know, tell stories, that sort of thing. And this just leads right back up to here. Now you can see there's that central ventilator right there, which I showed you, and it's providing this corridor with oxygen through 3 different grates here. So you know, this area is well ventilated, as is the entire ship, which I will probably say again and again and again. But each of these corridors down here, like the one that I accessed from here, this corridor and the corridor on the opposite side over here, access the lower levels of the ship. In order to access the mess hall, however, you just simply come down this hallway or the one on the other side. And here you have a larger mess hall than in my original Yellowjacket. In fact, this is much larger than even Serenity had, and you've got 2 separate sides over here for cooking and the like, and each kitchen area has a connection to a grow garden. I forgot to turn those things on. I need to put those on a switch. I'm probably going to put a switch here. Let me do that. In fact, I'll show you guys right now how to add switches to the ship. So right here, I want this to be added to the signal sensor group here, and I will call this, this would be starboard garden. And then click over to signal logic, change the signal, starboard garden, and then change the name of the light. I'm going to change it also starboard grow, and then in signal logic, starboard garden. Now, lights on, lights off. Now in creative mode, the gardens and stuff don't actually grow, but let me do that over here as well. Let's put this here, and this will be add to last group. Let's port garden. I can't believe I forgot to add these to the signals. And port grow. Signal logic, port garden, lights on, lights off. Anyway, now that I've got those connected, every other area, as you can see, the lights come on as you're getting close to the door to go through, or as you are going through the door. But just like in my other Yellowjacket class vessel, right behind the mess hall is access to engineering. The corridor to engineering is a little bit longer, but as you will see, engineering itself looks much the same. Instead of putting a generator here, however, I made something that looks similar to an engine, but is not actually an engine. It's actually an antenna. But it's meant to be, you know, a engine type thing without producing all the heat and radiation that the engines produce. Down here, instead of having all those generators and everything, which you have seen them on the outside of the tail rather than now on the inside, I have devices that you can use to fuel the ship. You've got the warp tank here, and you've got the fuel tanks there. There are also hidden fuel tanks and oxygen tanks throughout the facility. However, in order to fill up the entire ship, you'd only need to access one now. So, you know, you can just access that and fill up the fuel tank right there. The same with this warp drive tank. However, the warp drive tank is filled up, you know, this way, by putting things in it rather than using the thing. However, in the control panel in the main, you can still fill all with the warp drive tank. Also, I have it set so that the flight systems are set on a power switch here that you can just turn on and off. The flight systems in devices is listed as it's still the RCS and all the thrusters, but to turn those off saves a lot of energy. But in any case, down here in engineering, you've got two advanced constructors, you've got two large cargo boxes, you've got a couple of power storage devices here. That's where you would want to store the fuel that won't fit in the ship. You've got an oxygen station, so if you start running out of oxygen when the if the atmospheric systems go down, you can just put your helmet on and then get oxygen from there. And then you've got your repair station here to repair up all of your broken equipment and stuff. So that is engineering. I'm going to go back this way just so you guys don't get as lost as you would if I kept going all around in circles. And we came in to the cargo or to the mess hall through these doors here. There's one here that both access a similar corridor. And as you can see, when I come out into the hallway, the lights come on. I might actually extend that a little further. Did I extend it further on this one? No. Okay. I might extend that a little further out this way so that when you're here, the lights come on. Which, for those of you who don't know how to do that, I will just go ahead and show you with each of these. Here's a little lesson in light mechanics. Over here, when you access it in devices, all you have to do is do this. Plop. Okay, now it's accessed out to 14, which is right here, so that light is on when you enter this block and the door opens. And I'm going to go ahead and do that for this one. This one, I believe, though, is going to be 13 or maybe 15. Yeah, it's going to be 15 because it's a little further towards the nose of the ship, but still right here is the switch to turn on the lights. So in any case, now we're going to head down this way, and you will notice here is the cargo bay again. So you can come in through here, and then over here on each side you've got this corridor as well, which leads straight up to the front of the ship. That leads down to the medical area, which let's just go, not here, let's go to the medical and crew quarters area real quick. So in here, through the cargo bay, one of the most used areas is the medical bay and the crew or the guest lounges. Now the guest lounge has a lot of different activities you can do. Watch media, you can sit down and converse, play video games and the like. There's a little bar over here where you can store cool drinks and the like over here, and just lounge around and have a good time, all while in the safe location next to the medical bay. Now it says use scanner, but it doesn't actually do anything, at least not in creative mode. I don't know if it does anything in survival mode. But the medical bay is where you will find all the oxygen tanks. There are actually 3 tanks, 1, 2, 3. And all the oxygen you need should be right in here. But you've got everything here that you could need to store and create medical supplies. You've got your oxygen station and the medical bay here, or the medical station, which now you just use it to heal instead of standing here. But I don't know if you can actually stand here and get health or not, or if you have to use it. It's kind of a iffy thing. I'm going to have to figure that out in survival mode, because you can't get damage in creative mode. But yeah, so here's the medical bay, almost identical to the one in the original Yellowjacket, as is the lounge. But that stairway I said before that came down to the lounge was going to come down right there to this upper balcony right here, which goes all the way around the lounge. And as you can see up here, this is where we came down. Right up here is the mess hall. So coming down here to the lounge, you can go all the way around here, and you'll see the lights coming on as we go around, and over to here, which will lead you back up here, and mess hall's right up there. So on either side of the ship, you can come here, and then over here, you can get down right through here into the guest hallway, or the passenger hallway, which has several passenger quarters. It's got 2 there, and then it's got the 2 back here. These have automatic lights that come on. Those don't have lights at all because there's no room for them. These are the larger passenger quarters, which would theoretically be used for additional crew quarters if the need arose. If the need arises, that you could do that. Now, an easy way. Now, this accessing up here has this little balcony, which you can come right up here, and if you just keep going straight and up to there, goes to the bridge. Right up here goes to the mess hall. So you've seen all of that. Now you may be thinking, well, what do I do if I want to access the shuttle bays on the side? Well, the shuttle bays are also accessible through these doors right here. Each shuttle bay on either side has its own light that activates, but it also activates out to a few squares out, so when you're bringing your ship in, the light will come on. And then as you step through here, the light goes off, and this light comes on. Over here, you've got your armor lockers and weapons locker. Well, it's not really a weapons locker, but, you know, something to hold weapons on. And you've got your own changing room right here that you can just close the door if you don't want to be seen, change in to whatever, and then keep on going. Not that you can actually change in there, you have to change with the armor locker, but whatever. Through this door, and subsequently through the door over here that, you know, you may have not seen when I came through here, is the cargo hold. And this is supposed to be for supplies and the like that you are using personally, and not things that you're just transporting, which you would hold in the cargo bay. So I guess this is a supply hold rather than a cargo bay. But it can hold a lot more stuff than the small hold in the original Yellowjacket could. And everybody gets their own personal locker. There's more lockers than are necessary for people, but, you know, whatever. So through here, I also have an addition. Why do I have... Take that off. You couldn't see the oxygen in here, but you can see it in there. That's weird. Maybe it's per ship or whatever that you have to activate to show oxygen. I don't know. However, so through here, on this docking bay right now, I have an upgraded version of the Pillbug shuttle. The Pillbug shuttle is my my version of the shuttle that's supposed to dock on the ship. But it's outfitted with everything you need, including armor locker. You know, it's got everything here. And I've got it so that it doesn't burn you to heck when you're walking over things, because there's no thrusters here. And it's oxygenated. Back behind there is a ventilator. So you can be out in space, stop right here, and you're like, I don't have to, you know, wear a helmet. It's nice. But in any case, this is the Yellowjacket Mark II. It is probably one of my most amazing creations that I personally am very proud of. And it's just such an amazing design compared to the original Yellowjacket that I made. I mean, it's very similar. Oh, I forgot to show you also, on top of the Yellowjacket Mark II, right over here, is another landing pad with a repair bay. Now, to access this landing pad, you can access it through the cockpit, right through these side doors there. I forgot to show you that because on the original one, I had these, and they just led to an elevator that, you know, took you to the top of the ship. And when we were playing in the multiplayer, Gooblaish kept parking his small vessel on top of it right outside of that door. And so I figured, what the heck, let's make it a landing pad. So I put it up here with the repair bay and just marked it off with these lights and everything so that you can, well, they're flares. And just so you can see it when you're coming into approach at night. Now, the Yellowjacket Mark II is equipped with the same weapons as the primary Yellowjacket before I upgraded it to the Dreadnought. It's got a total of 4 rocket launchers and 4 miniguns. 3 of the miniguns are on the engine pod, which in the original Yellowjacket there were only 2. But I put a 3rd one on it just for extra protection. And I really like the design of that with the generators on it. I think it looks really cool. But in any case, that is the Yellowjacket Mark II. And that's going to be it for this showcase. I am going to quickly... Actually, I've got a... Is it possible? Is it possible? Ramps. Signal logic. No. Maybe. No. Where are they? Ramp. Okay. So really quickly, these I'm not going to worry about. I don't need those. I'm loving it. I'm loving Alpha 6, even though it's experimental, it will soon not be. But I just thought of an amazing thing that I can do. That's okay. I need switches, 2 of them. Okay. Now, these ramps I need to label. This is ramp, exit 1. This is ramp exit 2. And this is ramp exit 3. Okay, so those are going to be my ramps. Now, actually, no, I'm going to need another switch because I'm going to need one to open and close this. Now, theoretically, I could have put one over here, but I want one on the bridge that I can access those from. So let's do this, okay? Now, I haven't done it with doors yet. The only thing I've used the switches and stuff for up till now are the lights. So, let's see. I am going to want light barrier. I don't know what that is. All right, it's definitely going to want to be a lever, right? Okay, so if I were to put this one, let's see. Let me get rid of that. I don't need that. That is going to be for the ramps. See, I wish you could just put them like all in a line right there. But why is there one over here? That's not supposed to be there. Okay. Let's see. If I put this here, that's 1, 2, 3. Why are you upside down? Can I rotate you? Yes. Okay. So, here's what I'm going to do real quick. This is going to be add to group. Okay. You are going to be ramp 1 or exit 1. Okay. You are going to be add to last group. Exit 2 and 3. That's not the ampersand. Where's the ampersand? There's the ampersand. 2 and 3. Okay. And you are going to be cargo bay door. Now, let us see what we can do with this. Okay. Ramps. Exit 1, signal logic. Oh, I need to... Wait, what? Oh. That's interesting. It opens and... That's really weird. Signal logic. Exit 1. Signal logic. Exit 2 and 3. And signal logic. Cargo bay door. Okay. Now, if I want exit 1 open and close to go with exit 1. Now, that should raise and lower the ramp. Perfect. Okay. Next, I am going to have exit 3 signal logic. Signal logic exit 3 open and close, and exit 2 open and close. Now, there is no, you see, I don't know exactly if that, I mean, it's like open the door and it activates something at the same time. That's weird, but I can understand, you know, if you wanted to put one open and open all of them, that I can understand. Okay. But in any case, and then we are going to want signal logic, hangar and shutter doors, hangar door. What? What? I'm going to have to do this for a bit. Okay, signal logic, hangar door, on, off. Cargo bay, door. Okay, so if I do this, it opens, and if I do this, it closes. Perfect. So close, close, close. Now, what if I manually open it? Now I'm just going to God mode through it. What if I manually do this and open it? Does it change the status of the levers? It does not. So, if I want... Okay. Okay, so... I want those actually reversed. Wait. On, off, off. If it's off, they're open, and if it's on, they're closed. Door is open. Yeah, on it, that is working right, but these, let's see what happens if signal logic. See, I don't know what this means. Okay, so I don't get it. Anyway, I'm going to keep messing around with this and get things. Oh, that's cargo bay door. What if I did this and not that? Dang it. What if I did exit? Maybe that's invert. Okay, so with it green, they should be down. They are not down right now. Are they down now? Yes. And then pull them up, pull them up. Did that work? Yes. Perfect. Okay, I figured it out. All right. Anyway, so that's going to be it for this little showcase creation, creative mode, Alpha 6 thing. Real quick, I'm going to go ahead. Whoa! And that happened again. Okay. Well, let's do this. In any case, that's going to be it for this episode. I guess that's going to be it for this episode. I hope everybody enjoyed this episode showcase. If you did, hit the like button for me. And if you want to see more Empyrion Galactic Survival Alpha 6 showcases or other things, go ahead and subscribe. I'm KnowItAllDM. And as always, y'all have a good day now.